Hey everyone, the Mr. Cook here. I'm just going to show you a quick tutorial on how to put a logo on a phone. We're going to take a look here on tinkercad. Now this is tinkercad.com. This is the one most of the students are using to design their phone cases. I just grabbed a very quick phone case out of Thingiverse. Let me show you that really fast. Here's the one I chose. I just typed in iPhone 5. I looked for one that said tested, okay, and that's been out for a while. This one's been out since September of 2012. Has lots of comments, okay, collections, lots of comments, and lots of likes. So that means that that phone case is going to be a very good one. And I always take a look and see how it looks and fits afterwards, and it looks very smooth, very nice looking case. So that's the one I chose. I downloaded it. I loaded the STL into Tinkercad, and here we go. Now this is a logo of a Minecraft character. I'm not sure you can tell, but that is what I'm going to show you how I found and make. And then we also have the Batman symbol. So if you didn't want the Minecraft symbol, you can get rid of that. Gone. Alright, and then you're going to set this Batman logo right onto the phone. There you go. Now if you wanted to make it a hole, you can make it a hole as well. So remember, you can just click on it, make it a hole. It's going to put a hole through the case, and then once you group them, here you go. Just go up to group, and then select anywhere, and it's going to group them. Now you notice that this one didn't go all the way through, so all I have to do is simply hit undo. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click on this object, and I need to make it a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to grab that white dot once again, and it doesn't matter how thick I make it because I want to make sure it goes all the way through the phone. Okay, and it is a hole already, so all we have to do is group the phone one more time, grab it all, and hit group, and then click somewhere on the outside. You can notice that goes all the way through the phone. So that is if you want to put something straight through, you have to make it thick enough to go all the way through the case, but we're not going to do that. We actually want the logo to protrude on the outside. So I'm just going to click undo a couple of steps here. So let's solid again, and that's exactly what I want. If you notice, it's actually sitting on the outside of the phone. Now when you print this, you cannot print it like that. Even if the phone is flipped all the way over, you can't print it because all the rest of the area will be above the print bed. So you're actually going to have to print these in two different items. That's why I always keep it down and then all the way on the work plane. And I actually make two separate files for this. So I send this to the printer, and then I send that to the printer separate. So all I do is go up here to design, okay, duplicate, erase one or the other on both of the items, and then you will have two files. I also don't like the way that they name things, so I'm just going to go on here quickly, real quick, and I'm just going to say Batman case, and I will name that one logo. So if you take a look here and I hit save changes, there we go. So that is the Batman case logo, and I'm going to hit design, and I'm going to hit duplicate. So now it's made a copy of Batman case logo. So I'm going to go once again into design, hit Batman case. Okay, so I can actually just make this the case. Obviously, I would just probably make it iPhone 5 case. So I just do the iPhone 5, and this is a 5S. Okay, there we go. Alright, and I'm just going to take off logo because I'm not going to have the logo in this one. I'm going to hit save changes. Give it a second to load. I'm going to get rid of the logo on that one. Okay, so that is just the iPhone 5 case basically. Batman case, if I had some other stuff on there, I can also do that. And I'm going to go back to my account real quick. And now I have this one here, which is the Batman case logo. So I want to go into Tinker that. Give it a second to load. Okay, and then this one I want to get rid of that. And then I'm just going to move this somewhere towards the middle and check to make sure I'm on the work plane. Good, just like that. Okay, I can always drop it down onto the heat bed when I put it into MakerBot, but that's what I want. Okay, so there we go. We've got two different things. So let me show you how I got this symbol. I actually took an image of a logo and I turned it into an SVG, which can be imported, if you notice on the right here, can be imported into Tinkercad. So I'm going to do one more time. Alright, now you can do any of these logos. I just simply Googled logo here. Okay, and you could take a look and see all of them. What you want to make it a good one is contrast. So this Dell one would come out really good because there's really high contrast or difference between the blue and the white. Same thing with this Starbucks logo. It'll probably come out really cool with all these green parts. I'm not sure if some of this might be too small for the printer to print, but we can test it out. But you can scroll down here. You can think of any video games that you like, students out there, or any items that you want. This is the one I used right down here. This is the Batman logo, and this is the way you do it. So you just simply click on it. Okay, I always like going into View Image. I right-clicked and I copied the image URL. Then I went over to Google and I just typed in image to SVG, and it came up with this first link here, which I will place on the Tenafly STEM site as well, so you can get to it a little bit faster if you're on that site too. But here it is, Online SVG Image Converter. Now it is very confusing, so let me try to do this nice and slow for you, because there's a lot of advertisements and all kinds of other stuff going on, and all kinds of other converters that they offer. But this is what you need right here, where it says upload your image you want to convert to SVG. So if you had a picture file that's saved to your computer perhaps, you can actually choose that, locate at, browse, set it on here, and you'll be fine. Second option is to enter the URL of the image you want to use. And that's what we're doing, okay? So you're going to paste that right there. That's the PNG of the Batman that we just saved, okay? You can also choose from Dropbox, which is really cool if you have some pictures in your Dropbox. And then you're going to come down here to where it says Convert File. Alright, so you're going to click on that. It's going to take a couple of minutes to convert that image. Now that image was really small in the world of images, but it's really big in the world of vectors, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So come on down here, and it's going to say right here, you now have the following options. You can convert another file. We don't want to do that. Click here to download the converted image again, which means it actually downloaded it already. And if you take a look down here, you'll see it says Batman logo circles.svg, which means it has already downloaded it. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back and take a look at tinkercad. And all you simply do is hit choose file. And I've got two of them now because I've done it twice. And then I'm going to open that. And this is very important. I told you it's a very big vector file to scale. If I try to hit import now, it's going to give me a warning. Okay? The imported shape is too big to be placed on the work plane. Try adjusting the scale down to less than 48%. I took a wild guess on this and I did 10, which is a lot less than 48%. And I hit import, and look how big this is. And look at it, way too huge. That's way too big. So I just clicked on it and deleted it to get rid of it. And I'm just going to change the scale all the way down to like 4, maybe 4%. Let's try that. Import. And you'll see that's even really big. I could have set the height automatically to 10 millimeters, but I can actually just go on here and adjust that to how big I want. We'll go down here maybe 3 millimeters. Okay. And then I just held down the shift key so I don't distort the image. And I shrank it down to about the size of the phone. And I knew exactly how big it was. So there's a matching one. Obviously I made it black because Batman symbol's black. But you can make it whatever color you want. And that is actually how you make image into an SVG. And you can put it right on the back of a phone, which is really cool. Now tinkercad has its own version of this. It works sometimes. It doesn't work sometimes. But I can show you where that is. That's actually in shape generators. And if you look under tinkercad, you will see here image generator. It does put it on like a raft. It puts it on this crate type of an item, so it's kind of tough to get it out, but you can extract it off if you want. And I find this SVG one does it a lot better, the conversion. So I would highly recommend using that. Once again, there's plenty out there, I'm sure, but this one is, if you just simply Google SVG or image to SVG. All right, there you go. And you can find it. And once again, I'll place a link to that on the Tenafly STEM website. All right, everybody, that's it. That's how you want to get a logo for your phone. Remember, you do have to print it separately, and then you have to adhere it on later with some super glue or some hot glue or anything like that. And then once you spray it with acrylic, it's going to be stuck on there forever. So we've had many, many students do different logos of sports teams or logos or emblems or anything that they like, including the Mockingjay from the new Hunger Games. So take a look at that. All right, sounds good. If you need any questions, just please email me. Once again, take a look at tenaflystem.com.